guys, welcome to Tire Series 7. I'm reviewing this, which is the DC Multiverse Collect and Connects Super Lex Luthor Wave the Ray. Now, so this is a part of the Super Lex Luthor Wave, like I just mentioned, and I never saw this wave, never saw it in stores when Mattel was producing Multiverse, but the other day I was at Target and I found it. For some weird reason, I found this one figure from the wave I had never seen when Mattel was producing these, and it was clearance down to $5, so I decided to pick it up. So check your local Targets. I mean, personally, like I said, I had never seen this in store before, so I thought it was a little weird, but yeah. It might just be they're trying to clear out their warehouse, so they sent this down, but that was Mattel's biggest issue when they handled Multiverse, was distribution, and like I said, this is my first time seeing the wave, but we got a nice clear viewing box. We have the Ray, we got some artwork there. Not too big a fan of the Ray, really didn't know who he was till the Arrowverse, but you know, every character is somebody's favorite character. I mean, I liked Ant-Man for years before the movie came out, and everyone thought I was stupid for it, but you know, so it just goes to show you that, like, every character to somebody is their favorite character, so I've always been a big supporter of that. And we got a bio for Ray, then you got the Super Lex there, and the other characters wave, and I really wish this had been more widely available because it was a pretty good wave and a pretty good Build-A-Figure, just Mattel really had a big problem with distribution, and I think that's where McFarlane is going to succeed because so far they've done pretty good on putting their characters out. So here we have the Ray, and overall, he looks pretty cool out of packaging. I really like the white on his suit, how it mixes in with the gold. I definitely think it looks really cool. I almost wish they had done the Arrowverse version. I think that would have made this one a little bit more popular. I was a big fan of the well, I'm still a big fan of the Arrowverse, but I really like picking up when Mattel did Arrowverse figures, so I think that would have helped succeed in that. But then again, I don't think they've ever done the Ray in general before, so making the comic book version was probably the better way to go. The helmet is really cool. It's got the fin up there, it's got the eyes. I really like how they're whited out, but they've also got black around the eyes, just kind of like the comics, so that's cool too. I like how the face is there, and you can kind of see the white underneath. And then again, the white paint job on the suit, just all around, it looks really good, especially with the gold there. He's got his jacket, which is pretty cool, which has gold on the sides of it and on the collar, and it's really got a nice crease and wrinkle. You can kind of see where it buckles. That's pretty cool. And again, white lines around it. And then I really like or not white lines, but gold lines, and I really like it. I think it's a nice contrast because you have this kind of like all white and then these gold lines that go around it. You know, it's more painted detail than molded detail, which I know is a problem for some people, but in my opinion, I think it actually really works. And you also have some on the wrist, and again, some nice crease and wrinkles there. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good going around all of it. I think it's pretty cool. In terms of articulation, you got a 360 at the head. You can look up and down. You got 360 at the arms, swing out the shoulder, 360 there. Single joint elbow, 360 at the wrist, and it is on a hinge. You got a 360 at the torso, and there's an ab crunch, but it is incredibly stiff. The legs come forwards, backwards, and outwards. You got a 360 at the thigh, double joint knees, which is nice, and then the feet move up and down and pivot. So in terms of articulation, pretty good. For accessories, you get the Build-A-Figure parts, which are the two arms. I know Multiverse did do 6-figure waves, but then they got down to 4-figure waves, and they start including like the arms and the legs together, and I thought that was really great. I really wish they had kept that idea. I thought that was pretty cool. And you also get an alternate pair of grip hands, so they're pretty cool. And then lastly, you get an alternate head for Ray, which is kind of more of him smiling, and you can see again the black around the eyes, which I really like that. I think that's a pretty cool detail. And the helmet is essentially the same, just it's him smiling, which almost looks a little bit better. Might put this head on it. My fin got a little wrinkled in the box, so yeah, I might consider putting that other one on, but nonetheless, I think it's really cool. So overall, like I said, I like this. Like I said, I wasn't really a big fan of this character, but you know, I mean, he's cool. It's cool that they made him, and you know, I wish they had made the wave more available. I really wish Mattel had figured out their distribution issues. And you know, I don't really think it's just with like the DC line. I think it was pretty much all their stuff, because Mattel, they just seem to have a problem. Like, you know, they make stuff and then they'll release it in other countries, but they have a big problem of kind of getting it all out like everywhere at once. And yeah, that was really the case with this wave, and it's sad because it's a pretty good action figure. I do remember that at one year, I think it was like Toy Fair or something, they announced a variant of this figure, which was going to be all translucent, like he was using his powers. But I think that's when Simon Baz was supposed to be in this wave, and they cut him out of it. So he probably ended up getting cut. But nonetheless, I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.